All right, guys, welcome to the Let's Go Boogie Show. It's your boy Boogie Lou on Channel 2. Yeah, that's me live in HD, aka O Boogie. Okay, I have something very special for you guys today. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome to the Let's Go Boogie Show. Today I have something very special for you guys. All right, before we get into the program, I would like for you guys to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. All right, here goes. Today we will be talking about frequencies and the secret power of vibration. Here we go. So, today I have a video from the YouTube channel Motivational Manifested. All right, y'all go subscribe to these folks' YouTube channel. Very interesting content. Okay, so to start, I have
Every molecule and atom in this universe is vibrating at a particular frequency. Resonance frequency would be considered the specific frequency of that specific object or atom.
that would be have you guys ever watched Flash? Flash had this thing that he would do with his hand when he vibrated real fast to the frequency of an object. Say this microphone has a resonant frequency of 3,852 hertz. So if I was able to vibrate my hand to the same frequency of the microphone, or even this chair that I'm sitting in, I will phase through the chair. That means I will fall straight through. I will pass through the chair or the microphone if I can get my body to vibrate at the same frequency resonance as the object.
Once you know the resonant frequency,
This is a cymatics. Hold on. This is a cymatics table, and it shows vibrational patterns. That's what cymatics is. Different frequencies are dialed in to vibrate the table, and it makes different patterns.
or a specific frequency of an object or an atom, you can amplify its waves, making it so big that eventually it will break or destroy the object.
He's about to do that with this wine glass. I'm sure you guys seen that before. Somebody singing, they'll show the typical opera singer singing and singing at a pitch so loud that it breaks the wine glass. That's because she obtained the same frequency resonance as the wine glass. So here's an example of that.
That's what happens when we stimulate a wine glass with the frequency that matches its resonance frequency. Using the same principle in 1938.
All right, so moving along, that was a scientist. Here's the guy. I want you to hear his name.
Cancer patients. Resonance frequency. Raymond Rife cured 16 same principle in 1938. A scientist named Dr. Royal Raymond Rife cured 16 terminally ill cancer patients.
So, and here are the cancers that one of the cancers that he cured with frequency resonance.
Frequency healing device. The result was the
Egyptians was doing these things well before our modern times or whatever, we have uh, this medicine, this poison that they're poisoning people with. But the Egyptians been doing these things. That's what the Ankh was. This thing here, this was a device. You strike it, and I'm sure they had different sizes and different ones, but these things were meant to be used for healing. Like they would lay the patient down, and it would strike the onk. It was way much bigger than this on a bigger scale, and it would vibrate, kind of like a tuning fork, and it would wave it over their body, and it was supposed to heal the people. Same thing that these guys are doing here. So this is nothing new. This stuff been around before freaking probably Jesus Christ.
Elimination of 60% of cancer cells from patients, only through the power of resonant frequency. Although the FDA made
There you go, the CIA putting a stop to that shit. Nah, can't do that, buddy. Nah.
sure everything from this healing technology was destroyed, recently a professor of
music doing the same thing. I'm kind of in the realm of that. Maybe someday I'll create a device for healing. You know, your boy be rich. But let's just hope I don't be hanging upside down with some fucking, I don't know, somewhere in a damn jungle, dead, just missing. You know, it's a risk I'm willing to take to save my people and to enlighten them.
music by the name of Anthony Holland, who is also a composer.
Not just my people, all people. We all are people.
Was always interested in the physical effects of sound, so he decided to assemble a lab to examine the effects of audio frequencies on microbiology. Dr. Holland created a nonprofit organization for this purpose, and began his experiments with harmless microorganisms like paramecium. What he discovered was, just like the wine glass, a particular combination of two related frequencies would completely shatter the targeted cells.
All right, so to segue into this lady here, she's a physicist, a doctor. She used lasers to kill cancer cells. I believe it's what is it? Breast cancer, infertility. Anyway, she used a form of vibration to cure cancer. Particularly lasers. And lasers are lights, concentrated beam. Uses mirrors to concentrate a beam, which are protons. And protons are light particles, which are vibrating fast to create light. Everything vibrates, y'all. Every single thing vibrates. From the blood coursing through your veins to the beat, to your heartbeat. Everything vibrates. From the sun sweltering down on your body, it all vibrates. The sun is light particles, protons. Everything vibrates, y'all. Even this microphone in front of me. If I look at it at this microphone under an atomic microscope, an electromagnetic microscope, I'll see the particles of metal vibrating, the atoms. It'll be vibrating, moving real fast. Proton, neutron, and electron is all moving like really fast. Like it's all vibrations, guys. Everything is vibrations. That's why when one say they can go into a room and they can feel the vibe Like if a motherfucker was just talking about you and you could walk in the room, you're like, ooh, god damn, something is off in this room. Yeah, you could feel it. We used to have those abilities once before. Telekinesis? We used to have those abilities to speak to each other with our minds. We lost our way, y'all. All right, so moving along, this lady was able to cure cancer with freaking light, concentrated light beam, you know? So, all right. Here is a couple of Tibet monks using vibrations to move stone. Sounds familiar? They say the Egyptians, what freaking technology did the Egyptians use to move stone? And here it is. Something as simple as freaking vibrations, y'all. Vibrations. And they explain it here. All right, check it out.
Like cavity in the center, 50 meters. In front of this hole, there was a platform on which the monks were building a rock wall. The only access to this platform was from the top of the cliff, and the monks lowered themselves down with the help of ropes. In the middle of the meadow, about 250 meters from the cliff, was a polished slab of rock with a bowl-like cavity in the center. The bowl had a diameter of 1 meter and a depth of 15 centimeters. A block of stone was maneuvered into this cavity by yak oxen. The block was 1 meter wide and 1.5 meters long. Then 19 musical instruments were set in an arc of 90.
There it goes. Musical instruments. Musical instruments. They use the vibrations, the harmony of musical instruments to possibly move these stones. Let's see. And they use geometry. They use geometry, guys. Look at this. Is that 90 degrees right there? About 90 degrees, right?
90 degrees, at a distance of 63 meters from the stone slab. The radius of 63 meters was measured out accurately. The musical instruments consisted of 13 drums and 6 trumpets, ragdans. 8 drums had a cross-section of 1 meter and a length of 1.5 meters.
This stuff is precise, man. Look at these precise measurements of these things. It's very precise. You have to be precise to move the freaking 2-ton stones of a pyramid. So precise, a piece of paper cannot even stick through the stones. That's very precise, man.
4 drums were medium-sized with a cross-section of 0.7 meters and a length of 1 meter. The only small drum had a cross-section of 0.2 meters and a length of 0.3 meters. All the trumpets were the same size. They had a length of 3.12 meters and an opening of 0.3 meters. The big drums and all the trumpets were fixed on mounts, which could be adjusted with staffs in the direction of the slab of stone. The big drums were made of 1 millimeter thick sheet iron and had a weight of 150 kilograms. They were built in 5 sections. All the drums were open at one end, while the other end had a...
Yo, look how huge this freaking drum is. Imagine you standing next to that drum and they just strike that. That's like you in a freaking car with 2 18s like beating through your damn chest. Like, you ever been in a car with sound and once them 18s hit, they're like boom. Like, god damn. This is how precise these sounds were, guys. Just to move a freaking 2-ton, not just, but to move a 2-ton brick.
The bottom of metal, on which the monks beat with big leather clubs. Behind each instrument was a row of monks. When the stone was in...
Looks like an orchestra, how an orchestra would be set up. And here would be the stage, and that would be the orchestra. You see the horns. What's that? The drums and the little drums. I bet that sound so freaking amazing. Just like, just to hear that, that rhythmic freaking cadence of just them and the horns. it probably all just sound like one binary beat, just freaking. Probably if it was aimed at the right distance, it would probably make you levitate. You know, I mean, amazing. This is just amazing.
In position, the monk behind the small drum gave a signal to start the concert. The small drum
Heard that concert.
had a very sharp sound and could be heard even with the other instruments making a terrible din. All the monks were singing and chanting a prayer, slowly increasing the tempo of this unbelievable noise. During the first 4 minutes, nothing happened. Then, as the speed of the drumming and the noise increased,
Dude, look at the size of those freaking horns. Imagine you just passing that thing and they just freaking blow that horn. It'll definitely catch you off guard. Just, I don't know, just the vibrational force from that.
the big stone block started to rock and sway, and suddenly, it took off into the air with an increasing speed, in the
Amazing.
direction of the platform in front of the cave hole, 250 meters high. After 3 minutes of ascent, it landed on the platform. Continuously they brought new blocks to the meadow, and the monks, using this method, transported 5 to 6 blocks per hour.
Y'all, this is real ancient knowledge, y'all. I mean, the average person is not going to know this. That's why I'm sharing these things with you guys. I mean, the average person is not going to know this or even want to research things like this. This is amazing.
Dr. Jarl was the first foreigner who had the opportunity to see this remarkable spectacle. Because he had the opinion in the beginning that he was the victim of mass psychosis, he made 2 films of the incident.
You would be in a state of shock, psychosis, whatever they call it, if you seen something like this too. This is amazing. I mean, freaking rocks just floating off the ground, just by a few hundred monks beating on drums and blowing horns. That is amazing, but it's music.
The films showed exactly the same things that he had witnessed. The English Society for which Dr. Jarl was working confiscated the 2 films and declared them classified.
Of course.
The fact that the films were immediately classified is not very hard to understand once the given measurements are transposed into their geometric equivalents. It then becomes evident that the monks in Tibet are fully conversant with the laws governing the structure of matter, which the scientists in the modern-day Western world are now frantically exploring.
It's floating.
It appears that the prayers being chanted by the monks did not have any direct bearing on the fact that the stones were levitated from the ground. The reaction was not initiated by the religious fervor of the group.
I mean, it's just the same as if you were at a concert and people are singing. That makes you feel 50,000 people in a concert singing. That makes you feel some kind of like just a rush, man. Like, you know, that's why a lot of people like concerts. I mean, the first concert I ever went to, it was amazing. That stuff really gets you high, man. Concerts, I mean, if you have never been to a concert before, you should definitely go.
But by the superior scientific knowledge held by the high priests. The secret is in the geometric placement of the musical instruments, in relation to the stones to be levitated, and the harmonic tuning of the drums and trumpets. The combined loud chanting of the priests, using their voices at a certain pitch and rhythm, most probably adds to the combined effect.
Man, that's why these dudes meditate. And I listen to this thing, it's called binary beats. You have to put headphones on to listen to it. Because it's a frequency in this ear, and it's a different frequency in this ear, and it's pulsating at the same time, and it causes you to go into a trance, kind of similar to what the our monk buddies does. So, I listen to that sometimes to fall asleep, to get into delta sleep. There is a binary beat. If you look it up on YouTube, there are binary beats on YouTube. that you can put on your phone, or you have to have over the ear headphones to get the full effect of it. But I listen to it when I meditate, and it definitely puts me in a trance. And one thing I always notice once I take the headphones off, it felt like I was freaking floating. But I'm not floating, but it just make your body feel like you're just in a whole different realm, guys. Y'all should definitely try it. It's called Binary Beats. Try it. All right, let's get into some La Musica. All right. Here goes. So, I had this track pulled up, and it started with sounds like something that would be from like the Renaissance times. It's interesting. Very smooth jazz sounding. All right, and then I added an piano to it. And I have like this Vox sound in the background just to complement the what's that, a trumpet? Bass, piano in. Sounds pretty cool. Bring in the metronome so you guys can hear the tempo. So it can kind of make sense to you guys, you know? All right, that's pretty cool. Let's go to the drums. I'm gonna just add all the drums in so you guys can hear it because I want to do the processing. All right, something nice, chill, laid back. All right, I'll add the NSL. This is harmonics, to add harmonics to it. And I think I added at least 1 dB of drive. Then I put the fab filter on. This is another harmonics too. I want to try to give it a lot of warmth and depth to it. And then I added the T5 mastering EQ. With the mastering EQ, I added 16K to bring out the high end. I boosted 2 dB of 2K to bring out the instruments, and this frequency here is used for if you isolate it, it'll give you the telephone effect, like the sound of you talking on a telephone. Uh, that is what this one is. This frequency, and I ain't really do nothing to the bass because I have a lot going on here. I actually want to take it down a bit. But I have something else interesting I wanted to show you guys. This is Ozone, and this is a mastering tool, which has a feature to where you can use the mastering assist. So you have a modern drive, a vintage drive, which would be a lot more harmonics editing to it. You can add a reference track here if you want to load a reference track to compare it to. You can do that, and it'll try to match the frequency ranges of the reference track you loaded. It does all the work for you, so you don't have to really do much of nothing but go in and tweak a little bit of whatever. So it is wise to use the loudest parts of the most dynamic part of your track, with this plugin, because it's more dynamic articulating than anything. So I didn't want to do that, but I'm just gonna play it once my bass hits, because that's where the loudness comes in. But I want to press this button so you guys can see what it does. Bass comes in here. All right, let's hit a difference. Turn it off. Track is extremely low without the mastering plugin on. So you could do a little tweaking and stuff in here yourself. Put the ceiling back up to 0.5. This keeps it from peaking on your master. See at 0.5 here. All right, so that was pretty cool. My mastering is more extensive than that. That is not the way I properly master a track. But I just want to showcase some of these things. And along with it, I try to uh, let folks hear the music that I am composing and creating. I also do sound scores, y'all. My next one would definitely be a sound score. Uh, a sound score, if people don't know what sound scores are music that you hear in the background of movies. So, uh, I have a few of those that I want to play for you guys and let y'all hear. Uh, However, um, my main goal is to get into doing sound scores for movies. So I don't know if you can tell, but I am already kind of in the genre of doing that. But yeah, that's my main goal, to get into doing sound scores for movies. Um, I got something else I want to show you guys. A instrument frequency range chart. Uh, this is different frequency ranges from instruments. I don't see percussions on here, but I'm sure you already know where the frequency range for percussions would be, kind of on the lower end. But snares and hi hats, that's a higher frequency range. But here are some frequency ranges, just for you guys, if y'all want to take a snapshot or whatever you want to do, just to get an idea of it. I'm trying to get it as clear as possible so that you can see the actual frequencies and numbers. But uh, yeah, frequency range. I just wanted to share this with you guys real quick. All right, so that was the Let's Go Boogie Show, and I would like for you guys to please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and thank you guys very much. That was the Let's Go Boogie Show, and I always enjoy chatting with you guys and having a good time. Thank you guys, and I'm out.